submit reports. And now you rely on other departments' capacity for them to be enrolled and be admitted in education. Uzochola bani ke ngoku xa ingenzekanga? Uzochola bani? Because na baya bahlele emakhaya because i-problem abasukwazi uzongena kuthi kwi-system. I-admission policy yethu ithi for them to be placed in our schools, there must be proper assessment by psychosocial people, by doctors and everybody. And I'm then saying, build your own capacity internally. So that you don't request interventions from other people and be able to say, between this period and that period, we have dealt with the admission of learners with disability in the department. That's the reason, colleagues, that the Premier advocated for an aggressive program on autism schools in the province. You can't continue having people of the province sending kids in KZN and Western Cape for autism. That's one area that, in my own experience, as a father of a boy with autism, it's quite very expensive. My kid is in Cape Receive. Cape Receive, yes. In Port Elizabeth, Gabek. We are paying huge monies there. So you must at least find a way of ensuring that at least people has got comfort. Thank you, Prare. Mandinibule lapha esidlangalaleni. Mandibulele ngale intervention eniyenzileyo this week. Call all these principals of special schools, in particular the former Model C schools, and engage them and take a decision with them to say, drop your fees because these schools are not accessible to the people. We are going to pay that 1,000 rand per month that you claim from those parents, so that at least the kids that comes from destitute families can be able to access schools that are of quality from the disability center. For example, if you pay 56,000 for a grade 1 learner, what is the meaning of that? A grade 1 learner, you're paying not less than 56,000 rand. Now, in essence, it means most of you here can't have kids there. Now, how do we then make sure that at least we cushion the expense of the public in accessing public institutions that, of course, on the basis of their own classification, requires much more money and much more resources? And on top of that, we are going to provide them with human resource. Sizabaqashela abaclerk babafunayo master, naba matron babafunayo, neza security guards, so that bayeke uthatha imali ye-SGB bayoqasha ngayo. Kula process yoqasha ngala mali ye-SGB baphela bezoyifuna apha kuni la mali. Andaba ndavakala. Into bana ume ngento yokubana hayi lo tishala okanye lo matron ndizamqasha ngemali ye-SGB. Imali ye-SGB isuka kwaba bantu bahleli apha. So ukubanqandela aba bantu bahleli apha, you rather take that punch, employ those people on your own as government, so that no one wants money back again to the parents on the basis of a need of these people that they claim are needed in the institutions. And I'm then saying, I need you that you must go to a University of Harvard to understand that dichotomy that needed to be addressed. Hence, I'm then saying, colleagues, you just needed a bit of an aggressive intervention to equalize lives of everyone. To equalize lives of everyone. Even equalize entries, Bishop Machaya, for those kids that are coming from the disability sector, to be part of the employment, recruitment of government. Benzelwa favor. awubenzeli favor xa uqasha abantu abane-disability. It's a constitutional matter. It's a constitutional matter. So that's why I'm then saying, let's find a way to quickly resolve the unresolved issues that continues to be part of the DNA of the government that we are, but hopefully, with the eagerness that we have, we'll be able to resolve them. Lastly, our kids are giving us resounding results, in particular from this sector. Into efunekayo qha ngoku into yokubana sibakhusela kanjani, senza kanjani to build le equalization ndithetha ngayo, senza kanjani to have a bit of a broad strategic plan of government that goes beyond 2030 for the next coming 30 years to come. Dilendisha ke ngale discussion because uba omduba bebekhona apha notata umchita, I have called them HOD and I have said one thing to them and say, look guys, you can't have a kid that grows from a shack and go to a school that has been built over shacks and get out of that school from that shack school into a workplace which has been built off a shack.
I am Sharon Master, the acting HOD for the Department of Education. Today we are giving out vehicles to our special schools. This is one of many initiatives for our special schools. Recently also we have prioritized our special schools in the province by advertising 28 posts for therapists. We have also advertised 120 posts for non-teaching staff, but the difference with this advertisement, we only open it up for learners that attended special schools in the past, learners that are coming from the past, because the department did not do very well in appointing people from the disability sector. So this time we felt it's best to give an opportunity for our learners that attended special schools to apply for these positions. We're also in the process of wanting to make sure that our learners are having access to hostels. Some of our schools are having very high paid hostel fees, and we want to appeal to these schools to say we really need to make sure we're having affordable hostel fees and affordable scholar transport for our learners. We do not want funds to be a challenge where our learners are being excluded from not attending special schools. We do have a few schools in the province with exorbitant high school fees, and also where learners are excluded because they cannot afford it. However, as a department, we are prepared to meet those schools halfway in the sense by providing to them non-teaching staff, halfway to the also to make sure that we sponsor some of our learners coming from the disadvantaged communities. After 30 years, we cannot have a situation where the majority of our learners, especially those from disadvantaged communities, are still excluded. So the department is dealing with this, but we want to meet those schools halfway and ask them, what can we do to improve the situation? But we need the doors of learning and teaching to be open for all in the Eastern Cape. Thank you.
To all the viewers of the Eastern Cape Department of Education. My name is Novuselelo Figeni. I am the Acting Chief Director of Learner Development and Social Support Services. Under this Chief Directorate, there's also inclusive education involved. Inclusive education deals with the inclusion of learners. That means all learners. But today I want to address myself with the issue of special schools, as we were handing over buses to 10 special schools across the province in different districts. This is one of very important milestones in the department, where we are trying to equip our special schools with a transport, which is a very important resource. Remember, the scholar transport caters for all learners that are deserving in the normal school or mainstream schools, but this service does not apply in the special schools. That's why now we have decided to buy some of these buses for special schools. It's not the first of its kind. We have already bought 30 buses from 2019 up to the ones that we were handing over today. This is going to make easy the work of the special schools when it comes to transporting learners from homes back to schools and from schools back to their homes for medical challenges where learners have to be taken to hospitals, to clinics. So it's just going to make work handy for the special schools. It's a very needed resource, and we are excited that the MEC was doing that today. Thank you.